Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Move Podcast on this Mamba Day. RIP to Kobe. But I got to talk about the LA Clippers, man. I've definitely been hard on the Clippers, I'd probably say, over the past year. In particular, just to Kawhi Leonard and the load management and the whole failed Paul George and Kawhi Leonard era. And it seemed like the LA Clippers, and credit to Ty Lue, in my opinion, I think their record may not show it. But I think they're one of the better teams in the NBA, and I think they're probably going to be a really tough out come postseason. And I know I'm probably going to be in the small camp in saying this. I wouldn't be surprised if the Clippers find themselves in the Western Conference Finals. Okay, on this veteran team with James Harden dropping 40 points the other night against the Milwaukee Bucks, has been absolutely impressive. I think James Harden is definitely been the quiet leader, if not, in my opinion, the leader of this team, or co-leader with Norman Powell. Okay, I know Kawhi Leonard has come back, and whatever contributions he can have on this team, wonderful, but it's not relied upon. Okay, before Kawhi Leonard came back to the Clippers lineup, I mean, he had a decent game. Okay, 18 points. With only 24 minutes, as Kawhi Leonard is trying to get his footing back under him, as he's playing a little bit more games. I'm not banking on Kawhi Leonard. My analysis is not going to be based on Kawhi Leonard, honestly, as how well the Clippers are doing. I mean, if Kawhi Leonard can play and he can give you between 15 and 20, that's always a good contribution. I'm not going to sit there and knock that. But, I mean, when you got Norman Powell playing the way he's playing, and James Harden at a given night drop 40. Yes, he's one of the older vets in the league at 35, but one of the more savvy vets, and his game was always going to be portable and not rely too much on physicality. That can work, okay? As the Clippers are sitting 26-19, I believe they're sitting 6th in the West. They're doing very, very well, and I think the way I'm seeing this play out for the Clippers is that, look, as long as James Harden, who's been playing majority of games, he's not doing no load management. Norman Powell, he definitely be trying to play a lot of games. I think he's been banged up a few times here and there this season. The way I see it, and Zubac, he don't get a lot of credit for the type of big he is, but he's really good. He's a really good big, and his minutes has been going up a little bit more, because he used to be the type of big where you couldn't play him for prolonged minutes, but if you can get Zubac playing for about 30 minutes, that's really good. The way I see this for the Clippers going is this: look, if Kawhi can, like I said, if Kawhi can play, awesome, not really a contribution. As long as James Harden and Norman Powell can stay healthy, okay, and you just get average bench play, okay? Look, they got two guys in almost double figures, okay, 9-8 points. If you can get someone between 15 points to 20 points off the bench, you're doing something, okay? And the team of the Clippers were able to do that. Terrence Mann, not really in the starting lineup anymore. He was one of their bright spots during that Paul George, Kawhi Leonard era, as a 3-and-D guy, even though his 3-point percentage wasn't that good, but he did play good defense. I don't know what's going on with him, but for as far as the team led by James Harden, Norman Powell, it sounds kind of crazy that this team, those two could take this team pretty far, man. And like I said, I definitely would not be surprised if they find themselves in Western Conference Finals, because I feel like they have one of the better coaches in Ty Lue in the West. Okay, Ty Lue has championship experience. You can say what you want about having LeBron having LeBron James and all that stuff. That's fine. Okay, but you still got to win with LeBron. You still got to get it done. If you're gonna coach LeBron James in his prime, then you should be able to cash in on the championship, and he's done that. Okay, he may not get a lot of credit during that era, but as far as with him coaching the Clippers, this is the team he wants. You know what I'm saying? I think, Paul George, you see the mess that's going on in Philadelphia. It kind of gave some room for them once he left to kind of let him get some control of his team. And Kawhi's injury. Kawhi being injured I think really helped. It really helped establish the type of philosophy he wants to run on his team from a defensive standpoint and an offensive standpoint, with James Harden distributing the ball and not him necessarily having to go off necessarily, and he knows he got a running mate in Norman Powell, right? It's like the current Clipper iteration is being led by James Harden, Norman Powell, and I don't think nobody would have predicted that. And people have really, like myself, had thought the Clippers would nosedive and have a horrible season, but they've been able to stay afloat. And when James Harden is dropping 40 against a really good team, albeit at home against the Bucks, who had Dame and Giannis go off, you know what I'm saying, that night. Them basically getting 30 each. Giannis getting almost 40 and Dame almost 30. I mean, crazy, right? So this was a really good showcase game, in my opinion, for the Clippers going forward. And I think the Clippers are going to go on a mini run. If Kawhi is going to someone be in the lineup, and if James Harden and Norman Powell are going to be playing like this, I'm not saying James Harden got to get you 40 a night or anything like that. But if he can get you 40 in a combination of actual points or in combination of points and assists, that can equate to 40. This team is going to be a tough out, man. So I gotta stand off, back down. But I have been backing off the Clippers. I have been, because I've been seeing what James Harden's been doing, and look, Tyler may not get Coach of the Year honors, nothing like that. I think he should get some Coach of the Year considerations. And for James Harden, man, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing with James Harden. It seems like he's been the ultimate team player. Even through when he came in last year, whatever. He played well. Hasn't been a drama. Hasn't had any theatrics, no drama in the locker room or anything like that. And then this year, you see that. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's been a very quiet leader, and he's been really, really good. Will he be an All-Star this year? I don't know if he's been voted an All-Star or will be getting All-Star votes. Should he be considered for an All-Star? Not that the All-Star means anything at this point, but in terms of just, being selected as one of the players, sure, I'm sure people will take better guards than James Harden. I understand that, but for what James Harden doing specifically, and what Ty Lue's doing, and the combination of Norman Powell, man, it's been really impressive, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the Los Angeles Clippers, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.